Hey world, welcome to the premiere episode of Conestoga Chronicles, your #1 news source by students for students. I'm Samantha Clark.
I'm James Greensmith. Today on the show, Greg Hood drops by with his Super Bowl picks and Man on the Street segment.
Miranda Fragamenti breaks down the Healthy Living Challenge.
And Dave Coulson brings us coverage of the first varsity volleyball game played at Conestoga in 16 years.
But first, here's a random fact you'll probably never use.
Did you know 50% of people in the U.S. are single who haven't been on a date in 2 years? So, I don't know. You should get out of your mom's basement and go find someone, seriously. You're bringing the rest of us down. Come on now.
Conestoga staff and students are taking the challenge to get a whole lot healthier as Student Life kicked off their Healthy Living Challenge. Miranda Fragamenti has more.
Health Services pilot project kicked off with a great start. Teaming up with other services around the school, like Student Life in the CAF, Health Services hopes that this is one event that will catch on and get people around the school motivated to start living a healthier life. The Healthy Living Challenge involves participants to complete at least one activity a week that is listed on their challenge passport. This can include things like using the school's hydration station, picking up a copy of Canada's Food Guide, and visiting the rec center. Chantal Koslag is an RN at Health Services here at the school and says that the challenge is a great way to make people aware of what kind of lifestyle they are leading.
The Healthy Living Challenge is designed to make people more aware of their living practices surrounding 4 areas. We have the environmental awareness, healthy eating or nutrition, stress reduction, and physical activity.
The challenge can make people realize the small but important choices they have to make in their everyday lives. If you're at home looking for something to snack on, forget about those fatty chips, and why not try biting into a delicious apple? Health Services hopes to get at least 50 people involved in the challenge this year, wanting it to become a popular event that will eventually spread to the other campuses of Conestoga. Natasha Livingstone is another organizer for the event and is excited about all the participation she's seen so far.
I'm the RPN for Health Services, and I've been helping Chantal with getting the Healthy Living Challenge together, and it's just great to see a lot of staff and students involved and something that's very beneficial for their health.
The Healthy Living Challenge winner will be drawn during Health and Wellness Week on March 10th in the atrium. For Conestoga Chronicles, I'm Miranda Fragamenti.
Varsity sports have always been a huge deal south of the border, but up here in Canada, certain sports take a back seat. But as Dave Coulson explains, Conestoga's men's volleyball team is making a triumphant return.
It was 1994 when Conestoga last hosted a varsity volleyball game. But for the first time in nearly 2 decades, the Condors played on their turf at the Conestoga Rec Center. Fans turned out in bunches to see the boys take on the St. Clair Saints. Fans who came out to cheer on the guys were treated with a free slice of pizza and a game during the break to try and win some free stuff.
It doesn't matter what sport you're playing, whether it be volleyball or cricket. Home field advantage is always an important part of the game, and this game was no different.
It was apparent to all those in attendance that the Condors were feeding off the energy the fans had been giving them. Players felt that extra motivation with the crowd behind them and expressed their gratitude towards the fans after the game.
Honestly, just giving the school spirit, that's probably one of the biggest turnouts I've seen in the varsity so far, mainly because of the sizes of the gym, but and we do hold a pretty big recreational center. I think it's great, the support we have from our fans, and I try to appreciate them and show my appreciation. Try to shake everybody's hand and give some smiles, and that's all it's about, right?
The crowd was actually pretty good. I mean, we exploited it pretty well on Facebook and got a bunch of people out. I was impressed at how many people came out for our game and the girls' team as well, so it was awesome. The cheering was pretty loud.
It was a hard-fought game by both teams. Although the Condors did come out on the losing end of this one, there will certainly not be another 16-year wait for the next game. Dave Coulson, Conestoga Chronicles, Kitchener.
Now Greg Hood brings us his Man on the Street feature, as well as his picks for the Colt Saints Super Bowl showdown.
So you thought the man on the street was going to be on the street. Too bad for you, it's minus 10 degrees and blizzard-like conditions. I'm not going out there. I'm here to give you my Super Bowl predictions. So, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Super Bowl 44, the Colts and the Saints, Indianapolis and Nolans. Who's going to win? First time since 1993, the 2 first overall seeds from the AFC and the NFC are going to meet in a Super Bowl. It's quite simple. The two best teams in the NFL are meeting in the biggest game of the year. Along with having the two best teams in the NFL, it's quite evident that there's the two best quarterbacks in the NFL in this game as well. Peyton Manning from the Colts, Drew Brees from the Saints. It appears as if the Saints have the most unstoppable offense, ranked first in the league in points. Who could stop them? Not a whole lot of teams this year. But Peyton Manning, the sheriff as they call him, is on the other side of the ball. Some people brought up the fact that the Colts defense hasn't faced a marquee quarterback all year. One Sunday night game against the New England Patriots is about all this team has to show. With that being said, it just comes down to defenses and who's going to be able to stop the opposing quarterback. Both of them are entirely capable of getting the ball to their skilled players, so who's going to be able to stop them? Will it be the Colts defense that's been underrated but pretty successful this year, or will it be the Saints, who had an amazing start to the year but have kind of tailed off? So when it comes to making a final decision, I have to go with my brain. My heart wants to go with Drew Brees and the Saints, just to see them succeed and win New Orleans their first ever Super Bowl. But my head's saying Peyton Manning hasn't lost a game all year that he's been in. So my prediction, 27-21 Colts. Saints are going to come up just a tad short with a final drive, not getting into the end zone, giving the Colts their second Super Bowl in 4 years. For Conestoga Chronicles, I'm Greg Hood.
Thanks for tuning in to the premiere episode of Conestoga Chronicles. I'm James Greensmith.
And I'm Sam Clark. We'll see you next time.